Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Alright, we gotta talk about this episode of the Lord. My God, this guy. I don't know, man. I was I'm very let down in some of the fandom that has already passed on this show. Not only passed on it, but they were even lucky enough to read upon it, and somehow they decided that it was trash and boring and garbage. So it's one of those sad days where you're kind of like, oh, I'm in a group of people who can see this as trash. Like that sucks, man. But regardless of that, it won't stop me from not only reviewing or just watching the shows that I think is cool. So, regardless of what anybody says, you should always give a show your own attentive watch, because regardless of what people say and regardless of even what I say, I might say some stuff that you don't agree with, or I might say some stuff that helps you want to check out the show. But at the end of the day, you should want to check out stuff for your own reasoning, because regardless of, like I was saying, regardless of anything I tell you, you might find something even better than I don't mention. So that's always one thing that I had to keep in mind when I listen to other reviews, in the case of what people have to say right off the bat when they even don't. They hear stuff from other people and then they'd use that information almost as if they came up with it. It's getting so weird and annoying at times. So I can't wait to see what you guys are thinking about this show. So let's get right into it. This week we learned quite a bit about some weird way of getting electricity and trying to pretty much give it all to this power of all this electricity to a statue of Zeus, to then, I guess, use it on its own account, right? But with having such a smart man that exists on the side of, figuring out crimes and stuff like that, and figure out why certain things are going on within this fate world, that, there's people who can use all these crazy abilities, and there's mages that haven't really given up on their hopes and dreams once they learned it back in the day, like 100 years ago, supposedly, when everybody could just be, a mage and do whatever the heck you wanted behind closed doors, and whatever happened after, in a bad way or a good way, it's all on you. But now it's more the cops get involved, you go into jail, you're going, you know what I mean? So there's a huge, hold on a second, someone's opening the garage, so I apologize if you can hear that. Um, but there's this huge notion now that any and everyone kind of has um, you kind of have a uh, reliability to not do certain things, and if you don't do them, you will be punished. And if you are doing them, you're like this old man who's in the sewers, literally trying to figure out something that could give you a power of gods. So it's clear as day that they want us to, um, see that this world, see that the Fate slash Stay and Fate Zero and all that stuff, outside of the Holy War, there's more complicated stuff happening every single day that they never really got to elaborate on, because they were so focused on the war, because they're so focused on the servants. There was nothing really to show of, oh, by the way, look at this. We got like old men trying to, get power their own ways. Like, no one would have cared about that in Fate Zero, when you have people like Saber, you have Gigamesh, you have Ryder, all these dope characters, and you're gonna start talking about, um, you're gonna start talking to me about some old man that can make electric rabbits come out, and after said electric rabbits come out, they're not even quick enough or strong enough to take out some apprentices or like some students level people. So yeah, that's kind of my take on why it didn't make sense for any of this stuff to exist, with all like the servants and stuff like that, which is cool too, because it gives this world that much more gravity. It gives the world that much more weight when it came down to, oh man, you're someone with a servant, you're someone who can go in the holy war, you must be powerful. You must be cunning. You must be something. You know what I mean? And that's why our main character feels the way he does, is because he feels like he doesn't have any of those traits as like the other people who were in the Holy War did, not to mention the person that he took Ryder from. And these are all things that he's also like allowed to just eat away at him very slowly. Sure, he's probably gotten over some of it by now, like some of the trauma of being judged in the sense of I myself, because I did this, killed somebody, like he's taking that guilt of someone losing their life and putting it all on him, even though after it's all said and done, the main reason why he lost was not due to him at all. So it's one of those things where a lot of people just don't know how to take, you know, they take things their own way, and until they feel good about, the outcome that's coming from what they've done, that's when they can start feeling a little bit better, or feeling like they have gotten over their their terrible thing they've done. And that's kind of what it felt like with this character this week. Is he definitely had some reminiscence of Ryder and stuff like that, and that literally almost got him killed. Um, so it just goes to show you that in this world of all these powers and stuff like that, all of these people have just as much good a chance of becoming participants in the Holy War as anyone, because they're so keen to continue their work regardless of the rules, regardless of going to jail and getting in a whole lot of trouble. Um, but with all that being said, it's still really, really fun to see just overall this world. Like I love everything that comes with this world and what they've been trying to build up with it. And to think that I'm here now and I get to see like Fate Zero's world elaborated on, or at least talked about in a case where now I can see even more. Um, I'm totally lost right now. Or I can even see more of explanations that maybe didn't get answered during Fate Zero being answered here, or not even just being answered, just being shown a different route to why things had to happen the way that they did. I don't know. There's just so much potential when you have shows like this, and it really makes me happy to see people giving it a chance and actually watching it, compared to people who heard it was bad and they treat it like so. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys give this show a chance and see if you can enjoy it. I am your boy Sasuke. I am your boy the Anime G. Sasuke's in the game. And I will definitely talk to you guys as soon as possible, because man, we definitely got a lot to talk about when it comes down to the show, I feel like, and towards the end of it all, when it starts popping off, because with the Holy War coming up in conversation, we can only imagine what is going to come further down the line with that. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are ready for some greatness to come out of this show, and I will definitely talk to you later. So, with that, peace.